Hey, it's so great to see you. For the next couple of minutes, I just want to share a brief recap of what we discussed this past weekend at OCC. If you want to know more, feel free to watch the whole service on our YouTube or Facebook pages. You know, this weekend we continued our series called Like Jesus by reflecting on what it would be like if we began to see life through the eyes of Jesus. Specifically, we talked about two broad range categories where our perspective needs to make some adjustments if we're going to be like Jesus. And those two categories are people and problems. Now, by way of example, we looked at how Jesus fed over 5,000 people with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 small fish. And you can read about what took place in Mark chapter 6. Now, in that passage, we discovered that when Jesus saw the people, he looked at them with compassion. This is because Jesus sees people as precious. They have value and worth, and they're even worth dying for. You know, if we want to become more like Jesus, we too must begin to see people as precious. Now, the second thing that we talked about is how Jesus saw problems. In this true life story, the problem was that there was a lot of people and not a lot of food to go around. And I love how John's gospel shares some additional information on this same event. It says this about Jesus in John chapter 6, verse 5. It says, "When Jesus looked up and saw a great crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, 'Where shall we buy bread for these people to eat?' And he asked this only to test them, for he already had in mind what he was going to do." You see, before the problem was even a problem, Jesus had the solution. You see, in the eyes of Jesus, every problem is a possibility. And if we want to see as Jesus sees, we need to see our problems as possibilities. In fact, let me ask, is it possible that the darkest moments of your lives are designed to teach you the deepest lessons and to develop deep-seated faith in Christ? Absolutely. Even your greatest setbacks, your deepest regrets, your biggest problems are possibilities for God to do something amazing in your life. So, if we're going to see our problems like Jesus, we need to see them as endless possibilities for Jesus. You see, if we want to be more like Jesus, we need to begin to see people and problems like Jesus. And with Jesus, every person is precious and every problem is a possibility. So this week, begin each day by asking God these 2 questions. Question number 1 is, who do you want me to love? And question number 2 is, what do you want me to learn? You see, what if we approached each and every day looking for God's perspective in life? Who do you want me to love and what do you want me to learn? You know, I trust that this week you'll have the desire to not only be more like Jesus, but you'll also begin to see problems and people like Jesus sees them. And that your new perspective will make all the difference in the world in becoming like Jesus.